You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast, delivering the knowledge in all things fitness business. We help gym owners win. Here are your hosts, Tim Lyons and Randy Engston.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in studio, Scottsdale, sunny Arizona. The Renegade of Results, Randy Engston's in the house.
Hey, I like that one. Renegade's not a commonly used word.
You know what? Renegades, speaking of Renegades, Rage Against the Machine just announced a new comeback tour.
Coachella.
Yeah, they're going to be at Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are Rage Against the Machine fans. There you go.
There you go.
So, yeah, here we go. Talked about automation last episode. Today we're going to talk about some the way you set up your sales and the way you sell your training. Apparently, this is a big problem these days.
Yeah, it's a bigger problem than we thought it would be.
And before we get started, if you have any questions or if you want to jump on a call with us, pfmarketingsolutions.com/call. Jump on a call. We'll talk this stuff through with you. Today, we're going to talk about something that's been coming up. Seems you said about 50% of the gyms you're talking to on the phone run their personal training still using sessions.
It's still a lot more common than we would ever assumed, and so it's worth us addressing. That's for sure.
So we're going to address this for a couple reasons. One, selling sessions is going to cause so many more problems in your business. I mean, granted, yes, you can sell packages of sessions and get this big upfront cash.
Yep.
So let's actually take a step out. Let's walk through the different ways.
The pros
you
and
can
cons
sell.
of it.
Yeah. So. You know, if you're in this personal training game and you're in the business of fitness, you know, somewhere along the lines, you've been introduced to selling sessions, a package of sessions for like personal training, right? Pretty simple. So maybe it's 10 sessions for $600, and maybe it's 20 sessions for $1,000, and maybe it's, you know, so as you sell more sessions, the cost per session goes down, and then you try to get it paid in full and you get this big chunk of cash, and then you've got to service this client until they run out of sessions, and then you've got to resell them another package. And really, what are you doing here? So what you're doing is you're selling sessions. You're not really selling a result, and you're not really selling time. You're just, you know, you're selling. The product is a session, not the result. So
correct.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, as you're selling more sessions, your cost per session goes down. So really, what is your rate? You know, like your rate moves around. So what's your hour worth, right? What's your hour worth? And it changes as you go up. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Correct.
So I know a lot of coaches that came from the personal training industry. When you're maybe an independent trainer, this is how you did it.
Yeah. I think that's the majority of the conversation still is people that have been in those big box gyms selling these in the past type of thing,
right?
That are now in the position of running their own facility.
Yep.
And this is really all they kind of know.
Right. And one of the biggest problems, and this was just a topic of our coaching call today, is that, you know, we had a gym owner that sold a bunch of sessions. Then, you know, they collected the money for it, and the clients didn't do all the sessions. And now they're coming back to him and like, hey, you know, this month I need to get my sessions back. And he has, I think, something like 80 clients that have back sessions that he's fulfilling on this month that, you know, he's not getting any, he's servicing them, but he's not collecting any money.
Yeah, he's been paid out on that months prior.
Months ago. And so that becomes a huge problem for cash flow. And now he's always trying to chase the resell. And the biggest problem that I see is that his business is reliant on his customers' motivation to come in and train. So if they're not motivated to come in and train, they're not going to use the sessions, and then you're not going to be able to renew them again.
And which is a layered problem. You know what I mean? If you as an organization, or you as the trainers on the floor, or you as the business owner, somebody needs to be holding these people accountable to show up anyways.
Yep.
Because when we're results-driven facility, we don't care how many sessions. We care about the result the client is receiving.
Right.
And that's where the conversation needs to be. So I think that this is kind of it's become almost like a short-term fix for a long-term problem.
Okay.
And I think that as we'll get into it, we'll see why, as a business, it is much, much better when we get away from the sessions.
Yep.
and into, as we'll discuss.
Yep. So, and we haven't sold sessions at Pulse Fitness since 2010. So 9 years ago, we figured this out, and we said, we can't do sessions because if clients aren't coming in, and we can put expiration dates on this stuff, and like, hey, you've got to use these sessions within 90 days, and then they, day 91 comes, and like, hey, I need to use these sessions, and now it's you against them. Hey, you didn't come in. It's just like, and our clients are like, well, I got 10 sessions or 20 sessions left. I can, kind of use them. They go out of town, and then they want to use 3 this month, and then nothing next month, and then like they're busy. So I just have those sessions sitting there so I can come back and use them anytime. And really, without the consistency of them training, they're not going to get the result anyway.
Absolutely.
So you're selling these sessions as a way to get a result, but that's not really what's happening, right? And so there's another way to do it, and we figured this out in 2010, and we sell time. We're selling months of service, and in that month they get X amount of sessions, and the next month they get X amount of sessions, and it's that they have to be used within that month. And we are on EFT, so they're automatically getting billed every month to take, to do these, and they get these sessions, that month of training, plus other stuff, and then the next month comes and they're getting billed again. And it's just, we've built up this EFT here that, by the 14th day of the month, or even sooner than that, some months, all of our bills are paid. And so like, it's EFT. We know the money's coming in, right? So the money's coming in every single month. Our clients here, we're servicing them, and they know. And the key here, the biggest takeaway is, when you're selling, let's just say you're selling 8 sessions per month for a year. The key here, there's 2 big takeaways here, is when we sell it, we always use the term up to X amount of sessions per month.
There you go.
For $299, you're going to get up to 8 sessions per month to train with us. When you use the word up to, it implies they could also use 6
Sure.
for $299.
Absolutely.
Or none.
And that's the thing. When you're not selling the session, but you sell the time, it still puts them in the driver's seat to control their outcome. If they want the most value for their time and the most results for that month, then they show up 8 times. Now, I mean, you've got a staff that's gonna follow up and hold them accountable if they don't.
To coming in, yeah.
But ultimately, if that client decides, hey, I'm just gonna blow off a couple weeks or whatever, it's on them.
It's on them.
It's not on the facility to come chasing them down to fulfill a payment that was made 3, 6, 9 months ago sometimes in these situations that we're finding people in.
Yeah, so our whole mission on this podcast is to help gym owners win. If you're doing sessions, listen to this podcast over and over and just fix it. Just fix it today. Stop doing the sessions and start doing this instead. So when we sell training here, we do 2 options. You get an annual and you have a month-to-month. You have 2 options. And let's just say we'll use the 8 sessions a month kind of plan. And you can do $299 for a year. That's your annual kind of commitment rate. When you commit to us, you're going to get this best rate kind of scenario. And if you just don't want to do a commit, like you don't want to commit to a year, no problem. It's just 20% more per month. So you're paying a premium on the $299. So now it's 20% of 300 is another $60, so $360 a month. But you can cancel with 30-day notice. There's no commitment. And I would tell you that even though we do this annual kind of pricing, we have clients that have been with us for 5 years paying the month-to-month price because in their head they don't have a contract.
Yeah, they can walk away within 30 days.
Yeah, but they've been here for 5 years. They would have saved a hell of a lot of money.
Absolutely.
But we give them 2 options. Here's your annual rate. And that's actually all we present. And when they kind of talk to us about how they don't want to do an annual, cool, no problem. It's just 20% more, and you pay this rate.
And then they're paying for convenience, essentially. They're paying for the option out.
Yep.
And that's understandable, but they're paying a premium to maintain that right to walk away type of thing.
And I would tell you that somebody wants to cancel their membership, right? So say somebody's into it at like 6 months and they have got a 12-month agreement and there's got 6 months left at $299 a month. That's $1,800 left on their account. Typically, you would say, hey, you've got the agreement. But here's the back pocket deal that you can make you can break a contract and you'll never get backlash for it. Want to hear it?
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
You want to hear how you can break? If you want to like let somebody out of their deal, you tell them this: if they're 6 months into an annual rate and you have a higher price month to month and you've got a lower price kind of thing, okay, Mrs. Johnson, no problem. You paid a lower rate because you committed to a year. It's obviously you don't want to be here anymore, whatever the reasons are. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to assume that you were on a month-to-month agreement. And when you're on a month-to-month agreement, you paid $60 more a month. So in order for you to break the contract, no problem, we will just charge you the difference of what you would have been paying for the last 6 months, and then you're on a month-to-month deal.
There you go.
You just kind of retroactively created a month-to-month rate, and then you break the deal. Then they say, wow, I would have been paying more to get the right to cancel, and then you cancel.
And they did it anyway. So you went above and beyond for a client to make their situation a little bit better, even though you're kind of holding them to some sort of accountability based upon the contract.
It's just an easy way to do it. Now, you can also say, screw you, Mrs. Johnson. you signed there for a 12-month deal, and you can't break this. So, I mean, really, if somebody leaves the gym and they cancel their credit card, what are you going to go after them? Like, you can have collections and all this stuff, but like I would tell you that you're probably not going to do it because you're worried about a bad review or something like that. This is an easy way to just break the deal. So you're made whole, they're breaking the deal, and whatever. That's one thing. Okay, the other thing is, a lot of people ask me, and they say, hey, if you got this up to 8 sessions a month kind of deal or up to 12 sessions, and what if the client only uses 6? Like, do you roll over? The answer is no, you do not roll over sessions. If somebody goes out of town, and this is how we deal with this. If somebody goes out of town and they know that they're not going to be able to use those 2 sessions that week or whatever, no problem, Mrs. Johnson. We'll go ahead and add a session the week before and add a session the week after, and you're basically
whole.
You're getting your 8 sessions. You're doing 7 this month and 9 next month. Cool, no problem. Everybody's happy, and you go on. So there's not like this hesitation that I hear, like, oh, what happens if we don't get that.
Yeah.
We don't get that because it's established in the sales process up front, up to X amount of sessions per month. The next thing I would tell you, I don't ever sell per week. Like, I don't sell 2 sessions a week because here's the math, right?
Yeah, here you go.
We did this on another one. If you sold 2 sessions a week for 52 weeks, that's 104 sessions. And if you said 2 sessions a week for a year, that's 104 sessions, and you did $299 a month, okay? Versus 8 sessions a month for a year, that's 96 sessions. So there's a difference of 8 sessions in there that you're not getting paid for.
Mm-hmm.
So I always do up to 8 sessions a month, or up to 12 sessions a month, or unlimited. There's the other way. We do plenty of unlimited training in here. Here's the cool thing. Unlimited training. We said, okay, how are we doing on this unlimited training plan? We got these clients that can come in every single day. Obviously, we don't want them to, but if they do, they can. Are we making any money on this deal? And I would tell you this. We did the math. It was just under 10 sessions a month for the clients on average. Some did 16, some did 8, some did 6, some did 10.
Law of averages.
We bundled everybody that was doing unlimited training in our gym for the last 5 years, and they come out right around 10 sessions. So even though we have a 12 session a month plan, and they're paying higher than that because they're unlimited, we're doing okay on that plan.
Mm-hmm.
So
and the clients are happy because they still have the option of unlimited, and in their mind, that far outweighs the fact that they're only showing up for 10 sessions.
Right.
Even though there's technically a tier and then the unlimited package ahead of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would tell you that I'm that person. Like, my cell phone plan, since the last time I even looked at a cell phone plan, has always been unlimited.
Don't even talk about what I pay per month just to make sure that it's unlimited.
It's unlimited.
It's stupid.
I don't know what I pay. It's just always been unlimited for the last 20 years. I want the unlimited plan.
Yep.
I don't want the minutes or the data. Like, just give me the unlimited plan. I'm probably using way less than a lot of people, but I know I don't have to think about.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about data and upcharges and all of that. Like, when we were in Australia, because of the international then changed everything, and I'm getting hit with. I'm like,
do the unlimited.
Just unlimited.
So our clients want the unlimited. Our clients will pay more for a month to month than an annual, and you're never. I don't know what this hesitation is. A lot of gym owners that are just so used to sessions, they're just so hesitant to change.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wins in this way.
They do.
okay, so what happens if you have up to 8 sessions a month and they do 9? Because there's always that 2 times a month that you got that extra 5th week and every,
Good
you know,
question.
if they're doing twice a week, and all of a sudden they're hitting that 9th, they get billed. They get billed for the extra session. And they come in and they say, hey, why did I get billed? Well, obviously we spoke about it.
Yeah.
Mrs. Johnson, you got 8 sessions a month. Your billing date's on the 1st, and you did 9 sessions. Okay? Okay, that's a problem. Okay, no problem. We can go ahead and refund this one, and then now you know. Like, there's so many ways to do this.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it comes down to the conversation, understanding. First of all, I think that a lot of this is the systems and understanding the business that you're running, and getting granular, getting deep, and understanding things like even the number of sessions per month, the 2 per week versus 8 a month.
Yep.
That's understanding from somebody who's been in the trenches and done it.
Yeah.
You guys figured this out. It's a math problem. A lot of gym owners would have no clue that that's even a thing, and it's not. It's okay, guys. Like, you only know what you know, and having someone like Tim in your pocket who's gone through this is one of the reasons why we're now so heavily invested in coaching.
Yes.
These are the kind of conversations that we're having with our clients week over.
Yep.
And understanding the business that you're in, understanding what your options are, positioning, like this whole conversation, if you're scared of what your clients are thinking, you're just only looking at through the hesitation that they're going to have. You can absolutely turn this conversation into a positive for that client. I mean, we just said, I mean, hey, there's an unlimited option. Hey, annual, cool. You want to say month to month? No problem. We're still going to position the conversation to make it seem like that client's always going to be benefiting and winning.
For sure.
And ultimately, it's an agreement between both of us. You know what I mean? Yep. So it has to be a two-way working street. The business still has to be profitable. You still have to make money and keep your doors open. Minimize some of those issues that you can run into by selling sessions. And I mean, I couldn't imagine if half your clientele was being serviced right now and not being charged this month because the money was already in the pocket.
Ooh,
that's dangerous.
That would hurt us.
How many gym owners do we know that are like they do their billing bi-weekly so that cash flow is there's
steady. And here's another thing that seems to be kind of coming. Maybe there's somebody out there coaching this, but there's this weekly payment thing going around, and I think the way that it's positioned by whomever is teaching this to gym owners to bill their clients weekly is to basically stick it to the client and get that extra 2 payments every year, because when you say it's $50 a week versus $200 a month, there's a big difference between that. And most clients would say, oh, $50 a week equals $200 a month. And you and I both know there's 4.33 weeks every month. They're actually paying a lot more. They're paying like $215 a month or $217, whatever the math is. And I don't like it. Like, I get it why you're trying to do this.
Sure.
But is it 200 or is it 50 a week? Because there's a big difference between the two.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody's like, oh, well, we're helping them by billing them weekly versus monthly. Cool. If you're going to bill them weekly and your prices are $200 a month, then bill them $44.27 or whatever that math is, and not 50. I mean, you're basically
sneaking in.
You're sneaking in, and I don't like that.
I agree.
Know who's teaching that.
I think that it's a shady way of getting a few extra dollars in the pocket over a year's time. But again, it comes back to transparency in business. I mean, I obviously the way that we conduct ourselves and hold ourselves to a standard is that, transparency and authenticity is going to win every time. Right. I would much rather be the gym owner that came back and said, all right, cool, here's your bill. It's, $46 and change. And they're like, well, I thought it was $50 a week. And then you explain to them, hey, there's actually, this many weeks in a year as opposed to, on average, 4.33 weeks each month. So if I were to charge you $50, I'm actually going to overcharge you over a year's time. So what I did is I took that into consideration and I saved you that additional payment. Right. Now who looks like the hero?
Yeah. And, and some of the clients that I'm taking these calls with as well, and I'm like, I bring that up. I'm like, so you're telling me that nobody's called you out on the fact that you're overcharging them every month instead of, nope, they don't even know. I'm like, is this the relationship you're trying to build here? If you're going to bill $50 a week, then your price per month should be $214 per month, not $200. Like, what are you doing here? So, again, it's being shady, guys. Don't do it. Just do the right thing. That's one of our core values here. Do the right thing. And I'll tell you, and I don't know if maybe my clients are smarter, but they would know that.
I would say, just based upon the area, the fiscal knowledge of your clientele is probably a little bit more.
And that's not why we don't do it.
Agree.
It's just I don't think I could slide that one through on a sales pitch to be like, oh, it's $200 a week or a month, but if you want to pay weekly, we can do it for
It
$50.
Happened for one day before somebody was like, no,
sir, that's actually $217 a week. So
it'll be your daughter that caught it.
Yeah, she's genius.
Dad.
Genius.
That's too much money.
A couple of huge nuggets in this episode. I don't know if you guys want to get on a call to kind of talk about this. Is one of the things we talk about in our private client coaching, our 8-week private client coaching program. Just jump on a call, pfmarketingsolutions.com/call. One of the things we also do is not only pricing and how to pitch and how to present stuff, but there's a gym owner we're working with right now that's rolling out small group training. He's done some one-on-one, and he's got a general gym access, and he's trying to roll out the small group training. He didn't really know how to do it, and he was like, well, I've got a client that can come in at 3, and so now I'm trying to scramble to find other clients that come in at 3. And we're working on his staffing plan and his scheduling and how to block times and how to pay his coaches, and so he's not getting jammed, and they're happy, and they're on a block schedule and all this stuff. This is all stuff that we go over in the private client coaching.
Delivery systems.
Yeah. So how you operate your facility at the gym, at the facility, to make sure that your coaches are happy, they're staying with you long term, they're getting a decent pay, the gym's making money, and your clients are happy. Like, what else do you really want?
Yeah, it's about building, and that's where systems come into play, because it's not winging it. It's not, this person's doing this contract is this person's, on this one, and there's still a lot of that out there, guys. So if you're still lacking systems and consistency across your entire game, entire platform, let's just jump on a call. Let's have the conversation, because we absolutely have gone through this. We've taken other people through this over time now, and that transition's a really common one. I mean, I think that
into small group,
into small group from one-on-one.
Yep, there's a lot of challenges that come up. How do you train your clients? How do you bill for it? How do you make sure the consistency's there between the sessions, and how do we manage this whole thing? So it's what we do. It's what we've been coaching on. I've been doing it for so dang long. It's like kind of second nature, and it was just what we do. So jump on a call if that's what you're interested in. If not, take these lessons that we gave you today, as far as the the sessions and up to, and how you bill. And if it's weekly, don't try to squeeze the extra 10% or out, or whatever you're trying to get out of these clients. Just do the right thing. And if you're interested in, jump on a call. Hopefully again every single episode, before the episode, we say, like, this is what are we going to do to help gym owners win, and that's how we focus, and that's our core mission. And so everything around these conversations, the episodes that we choose and the things we talk about, are to help you win. If you're not winning, jump on a call. If you are winning, great. You want to win more, jump on a call too. But use these lessons and take them and run with them.
And if there's something that we've discussed that you're not clear on, or if there's another problem that you're seeing with yourself, or maybe other gym owners that you're talking to, we'll gladly address those things on air. Leave us a review on iTunes. Leave your question in the review itself as well.
Perfect.
And if you tag yourself on Instagram, or you leave your handle and things like that, we'll give you a shout out so that we can, go directly to the source.
Boom. All right.
So glad to do it.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, until next episode, guys, keep changing lives. Build something great. Talk to you soon.